Namaste, Jai Bharat. Rules, norms, bindings, and compulsions. They should have a universal appeal and universally imperative. They should be categorical, they should be imperative, and they should be universalized. But then we see most places, that's amazing and that's unfortunate. Most places, the rule enforcing authority wouldn't apply the rule for himself. The rules are meant for others, not for me. He would pretend to be law abiding within the framework of rules, norms, etc., but he would never practice it. It's for others, not for me. Same is the case with most rules, and look at many judges. Many places, we in Bharat call them as Nyayadhish, Nyaya, being right, etc. So that's a kind of judges all over the world. There are cases, instances which are in front of us where many would judge others but wouldn't judge themselves. They somehow have the psychological depression of enjoying some kind of immunity. They call it psychological depression because they're far from reality. They have this psychological depression of creating an immunity for themselves from all the things which they otherwise do for others. They otherwise do for others, and they create an immunity for themselves from all those things. Many courts in the world is like that, are like that. Many places. And people understand it. People understand it. Ridiculously people understand it, but ridiculously they keep it quiet because of various factors. Different nations have different norms, laws, etc. But yeah, I'm talking about the general principle. Similarly, there are these autochthons of religions, the custodians of religions. For them, the religious laws don't matter. There are hardly any religious autochthon or authority or custodian who would follow what he preaches. But we find in the world, people hardly follow what they preach. They preach one thing and do whatever they feel like. They don't follow what they say. This of course are self-deceptions, and for these self-deceptions they should be punished. Count it as a sin. I don't believe in sin. Hindus don't have the concept of sin in that sense. We have a concept of papa, but that's not sin. If there's a papa, it's mistake. It's a different kind of mistake. What is it called? Okay, a serious mistake is papa. And once a papa is committed, we also call papa parihara. There is nothing in the Hindu Dharma which does not have an alternative solution, which doesn't have a solutions. So that's not the point. Anyway, I'll just divert. So rules are not for the ruler; it's for others. You look at the entire society. It's for others. You do it, but when it comes to me, no. When it comes to my children, no. This is what happens all around us. Look at any establishment, any institution of society, institutions of society. I'm going to talk about the institutions in that sense. Social institutions. You find this phenomenon in action. Why no one is addressing it is I don't know. I don't know why no one is addressing it, but that's a phenomenon to be addressed. They make rules for others, but they never follow. All of them. All the people, those who speak, force or project themselves as something special or great, do this. Look at the Sharia law. The Sharia law is meant for unfortunate people who happen to accept the faith, not for the Sharia imposes. I really don't know what the Sharia imposes. Maybe it's a very lower level clergy, mullah in their sense. I don't think he will follow it in words and letters, I don't think. For him, it's okay. Otherwise, how could the madrasas be the epicenter of all kinds of nonsense? Those who go to madrasa should understand it. I have not gone. It's not my cup of tea. I just repeat what I hear. These people who are endued, it says. There are a lot of ex-Muslims these days in the world. Then many of them are active. They come on YouTube and they speak. Many times they speak explicitly, many times they imply and speak. They have their own reasons, whatever it is. I mean, it's not my cup of tea, I told you. I'm not concerned. But then these laws are for others, not for those imposters, not for the custodians of law. There are people, there are sector people who are custodians of law. This precisely used to be the case of papacy in the dark period of Europe, which they themselves call, not me, medieval period. Papacy. This used to be the case. And that thing is repeating in a different manner, that's it. So, let us, those who want to impose rules, those who consider themselves as custodians of laws, should also think that they are also a subject to law. They should also be a subject to law. Why they want to create an immunity to what they keep speaking? This is also the case with judiciary all over. So we shall meet. These are the points to ponder. You can sit freely and think. Sit freely and think, and if you feel like you can write. Or make some talks whenever you go to give a talk to some place. So we shall meet again. We shall meet again with some other thoughts. Namaste, Jai Bharat, Jai Shri Ram.